Welcome from Stuck to Started. All right, let me get this other one queued up. Go live. All right. Can you all hear me? Have this microphone on. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Type it in the chat if you can hear me. Welcome from Stuck to Started. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's see. Let me get this one. Give me a thumbs up, a heart. If you can hear me, we are going to go from stuck to started. Whoop, whoop. All right, welcome. Grab your pen and paper if you don't have it already. We are going to get in alignment with our God-given assignment. You will see me going back and forth because I have two screens going. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. And let's see. It's too bright in here. You can't see. Sorry, YouTube. You probably won't be able to see the screen because it's super duper bright. Let me see. I'm going to turn off the light. Turn off the lights. No, way too dark. All right. We are going from stuck to started. YouTube, I am saving you from seeing my horrible handwriting. So don't worry if you can't see the board. Just know you probably wouldn't be able to read it anyway. All right. We are going to go from stuck to started. This is an interactive workshop. Okay. You're not just here to listen to me talk. No, we are working together because I want to help you get unstuck and started in your God-given purpose. So I will be asking some questions and I want you to put your answers down in the chat. Okay, again, this is interactive. This is a workshop. All right. Now, we are getting in alignment with our God-given assignment. We are all here for a reason. God put in us a gift. It is up to us to water that gift, nourish it, and put it out to the world. All right, loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you so much. Loud and clear on that end. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're going to go from stuck to started. What is it that you want to do? What has God been telling you to do? What have you been putting off on the back burner? People keep telling you, you should do it. You should do it. What is that? Drop it in the chat because I want to be able to help you specifically get there. Because a lot of times we wait on our friends and family to give us the permission, approval, or applause. But friend, I'm here to tell you right now, do not wait. You will be waiting forever. Do not wait. So whatever it is you're thinking about doing, you've been wanting to do, but you're holding yourself back, drop it down below. I want to see it. Come on, show up for yourself. Do not be embarrassed. Put yourself out there. What is it that you were trying to do, but you're holding yourself back? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. What is it you've been wanting to do? Because this is about going from stuck to started. Because what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, okay, what's your purpose? What's your purpose? Because your purpose pays. Your purpose is what you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. Your purpose is what you do easy that a lot of people are like, wait, how do you do that? I wish I could do that. Your purpose is like what Steve Harvey said, your fastball. What you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. What is your fastball? We're going to talk about that because your purpose pays. So we need to get you in alignment with your God-given assignment, walking in your purpose. And I also want you to ask, okay, well, where do you want to be in 12 months? Whether that's a monetary goal, a number of sales, where is it when we say August 23rd, 2027, when we look out 12 months from now, what do you want to accomplish? And I want you to really think about that. In 12 months, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to have checked off of your list? Because you can't hit a target that you can't see. So what is it that you want to do within the next 12 months? Because we have to move out of our way. A lot of times we're holding ourselves back. So in the next 12 months, I had a client today. She said, all right, $500,000 in the next 12 months. I said, I love it. Let's go. Run it. So what you do is you take that big goal, whether it's sales, it's money. You take that big goal and then you break it down. If you want to do $500,000 by this time next year, and you've never made 100,000 in a year, or 50,000, or 250,000, if you now say, I want to make 500,000, you are aiming high, and that's awesome. Because Les Brown said the problem isn't people aim too high and miss. No, they aim too low and hit. So if you have a huge goal like 500,000, 200,000, whatever that is, great. Do not let anybody talk you out of it. If you think you can do it, that's all that matters. Like Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. All right. Got a flash go. Whoop, whoop. Can you hear me okay? Big Papa Multimillionaire. Can you hear me all right? Because I have this microphone on. And sometimes it goes out. It's blinking right now. I don't know what the blinking means. So I don't want to be on here just talking and you can't hear me. So if you can hear me on TikTok, heart the screen, tap the screen, let me know that you can hear me just fine. I'll keep going. Thank you so much for tuning in, YouTube, letting me know that you can hear me on your end. Again, we are going from stuck to started. We are going to get in alignment with our God-given assignment. All right. So right now we are taking this big goal and we are breaking it down. Break it down, break it down, break it down. All right. So my client said, I want to make 500,000 within the next 12 months. All right, great. Let me get my handy dandy calculator. Whatever your goal is, whatever your number is, grab your calculator, because this looks huge. This looks really big, but it is attainable. But you cannot hit a target you can't see. So I said, all right, you know you want to do this in 1 year. So 1 year, 500,000. Whatever your number is, get your calculator. Let's calculate. All right. So 500,000 is 12 months in a year. So that means 500,000 divided by 12. All right. Monthly, she needs to earn $41,666.67. All right. That's monthly. All right. So when you go from 500,000 to 41,000, you're like, okay, in a month. All right. Okay. It makes me feel better. But we're going to break it down again. All right. We're going to break it down. We're going to say weekly. What does that look like per week? Again, we are taking our big goals and we are breaking them down to bite size, smaller, more achievable. The number is achievable, but when it gets smaller, it does something to your nervous system. It's like, okay, I can do that. That looks better. All right. So weekly, we're taking that monthly and then we're dividing it by 4. Usually it's about 4 weeks in a month. So weekly, that's $10,416.67. That's weekly. All right. Again, we're breaking the big goal down to bite-sized pieces. Weekly. So we're at 10,416. Now, this is where you have to ask yourself, do I need to break it down the daily? Because next is daily. Do I need to break it down 7 days a week? Are you going to be working in your business 7 days a week? Do you have that type of job, career, business where you have to be in the business? Otherwise, if you're not in the business, you're not making any money. If that's you, you have to show up. You have to be the driver. You have to answer the phones. You have to do the things. Then your daily is going to be divided by however many days you're going to be working. Because we can't work. I mean, you can work 7 days a week, but God says you need a day of rest, observe the Sabbath and keep it holy. So if that's you, you have to be in your business. Then calculate the amount of days you're going to be working. So maybe Monday through Friday, give yourself 2 days off. Now, for my entrepreneurial girlies, my go-getters, my lock in or clock in, the entrepreneur people who want to make passive income. We don't want to be in the business. We want to work on the business. We want to have people working for us. We want to generate that passive income. We want to wake up, say our prayers, and do all the things with God, because we're going to do the word before the world. And then when we finally grab our phone, we've made some money. Okay, so for my entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, the goal is to have passive income. The goal is to make money while you sleep. So I'm going to calculate based off of the future millionaires and billionaires on the line right now, the entrepreneurs. All right. So we're going to take the weekly and divide it by 7 days, because we're not working 7 days, but our business is working for us for 7 days. All right. So divide it by 7. So the daily number, if we are saying we are an entrepreneur, we want to make passive income, money while we sleep, the daily number for 7 days a week is $1,488.10. Daily. $1,488. All right. We're going to break it down some more. We're going to break it down. My entrepreneur people, we're going to say hourly, because you don't have to be in the business. So you don't have to work around the clock. The business is going to work around the clock for you. Whether you have a digital product, you're drop shipping, you're selling something, you're an author, you have a book, you're selling something. So you don't have to be awake. So we're going to say divided by 24 hours in a day. Wow. All right. $3.43. Now, I don't know about that, so I'm going to calculate again. All right. We'll start from the top. If you're just joining, we're going to start from the top anyway. So take your number. We're working on 500,000 per year in the next year. So again, we're asking, where do you want to be in a year from now? We're breaking that big goal down to bite-sized pieces. So my previous client today, she said $500,000. All right, bet. $500,000 in the next 12 months. 12 months. So 500 divided by 12, we came up with $41,666.67 for the month. All right. Weekly, 4 weeks in a month. So divide the monthly by the weekly. We came up with $10,416.67. All right. Daily. For my entrepreneurial people, we working daily because it's passive income. We're waking up to the money. So we're going to take that weekly divided by 7, which will give us our daily number. So daily, $1,488.10 every day. It's 24 hours in a day. So divided by 24. All right, that's more like it. $62 an hour. $62 an hour. $62 an hour. Now, how do you feel knowing that you can make $62 an hour and get $500,000 in a year? You can't hit a goal that you can't see. You can't hit a target that you can't see. So whatever your number is, break it down. Break it all the way down. Now, for you all on here, thank you so much for joining me. Christina, if you can hear me, can you just hit the heart if you can hear me? Because I have this microphone on, and sometimes it goes out. So I want to make sure you can hear me. All right. Now that we have our number in mind. Okay, we know what we need to do. Now, this is where I need you all to come in. What industry are you in? What industry, what business? Are you selling? Thanks for the thumbs up. Are you selling a digital product, a book? Christina, what are you selling? What business are you in? What industry? All right. Are you a coach, author? Because I'm asking because we want to know how you're going to get the money. What are you going to do to get the money? And don't say your job, because what else can you do? Again, we're getting stuck to start it in our purpose. What is your purpose? All right. For me, I'm coaching. I'm doing coaching, but I also have a book. So we'll say my book. All right. My book is $19. I have to ask myself, what are all the ways I can sell the book? So ask yourself, okay, this is my purpose. What are the ways that I can make money? How can you make money? All right. So, of course, social media. You got your TikTok shop. Speaking engagements. Speaking. I know some people, they don't even sell the book amount, they just sell shipping. So buy the book is free, you pay for shipping. Okay, they're getting something, but just for shipping. Word of mouth. Networking. Your network is your net worth. Of course, these will go out. That one too, huh? All right, it's fine. They shouldn't have these in the room. Your network is your net worth. Now, my book is $19. All right. If my goal is 500,000 or a million, I need to be thinking in bulk. You need to be thinking in bulk. Another one of my clients, she's an author. She sells a book. Okay, well, she wants to make, I think her number was 1 million sales. I'm like, great. How can you sell your book in bulk? Because we broke hers down and she needs 2,937 sales per day. All right. How can you do that in bulk? We have schools. Like, who else buys books? You have schools. Let's see. Teachers. Sometimes teachers have to buy the books for their classes. Luckily, I brought my pen from home. All right. Again, YouTube, you just missing out on a bunch of scribble scrabble. You probably can't read this. So think in bulk. Think how you can make more money in a short amount of time. So think in bulk. Whatever it is your industry is in, think how you can make it in bulk. Myron Golden said it's easier to make a lot of money in a short amount of time than it is to make a little bit of money in a long period of time. All right. Resources. A lot of times people don't want to start. A lot of times people don't want to start because they say they don't have the resources. Door to door. Oh, e-commerce. Good. Love it. Yes, yes. Door to door sales. Okay. And e-commerce is really the way to go. That's that passive make money while you sleep. Thank you. Thank you. Resources. I want you to use what you have right where you are. When I left North Carolina, went to California, I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a job and only had $1,500. Luckily, the restaurant I worked at, a couple of the girls had already lived in LA. So I was like, great, they could help me decide on where I was going to live. Use what you have. And a lot of times we don't think about the resources that are right in our back pocket. All right, who do you know that is at your job, your current job, that may be able to help? What about in your neighborhood? Any neighbors that you can tell your business to? Previous classmates. You want to see who's done what you're trying to do and that can help you, or at least point you in the right direction. Because again, it's not always what you know, it's who you know. All right. So who do you know? You have to ask yourself that. Who do I already know? Who's in the back pocket? All right. So resources, classmates, online, go online. Let's see who's already doing it. Who's already doing it? Can you buy their books? Take their classes, seminars. Like, you have to find the resources, and sometimes you have to be resourceful. Get out there, go to networking events, put yourself out there, show up and show out, get around the people who are doing what you're trying to do, or at least trying to get to the next level. You have resources, and you just have to be resourceful. We have chat. Ask chat, okay, I need help selling my product. What do I do? Now, do not go down the rabbit hole with chat, because chat will send us all round down the rabbit hole. I'll unplug that. Okay. Resources. Use what you have right where you are and be resourceful. You be resourceful. Figure it out. This is your business. A lot of times when I talk to my clients, I ask them, okay, well, how can you do this? Well, I'm waiting on this person. And it's usually a family member. I'm waiting on my brother to do this. I'm waiting on my cousin to do this. I'm waiting. You're going to be waiting because this is your baby. This is your business. This is your idea. You love this. They don't love it as much as you do. They are busy. They are busy, friend. They are busy. So listen, sometimes you're gonna have to go around them or keep following up, but don't wait on it, all right? Because they probably have their things that they're trying to get off the ground too. And if you are a family member, you on the back burner. You behind the darn employees that they trying to help at work. So what are your other resources? All right. Now, a lot of times we are stuck because things are holding us back. So what is holding you back? What are your frustrations? What are your frustrations? What are your fears? Ask yourself that. Sometimes people are afraid, okay, well, if I do this, this may happen. If I do this, this may happen. The thing is, you don't know what's going to happen. You have no idea until you do it. And a lot of times we are waiting for clarity. The clarity is not going to come until after the momentum. You have to start. You have to show up. You have to put yourself out there, and then it will get clear. You can't wait to start this business venture for the clarity. Think about when you went your first day on the job. You probably lied a little bit on your resume, so you really don't know 100% of the job. You just wanted to get the job. And say you did know all the descriptions on the job. You showed up. You still didn't know everything about that job. They had to teach you. Now, 2, 3, 5, 10 years later, however long it has been, you could do that job in your sleep. But you didn't show up, know how to do that job. No, you had to work at it every day for months and weeks and years. Now you're at a point where you know the job and you can do it in your sleep. Do your business the same way. Treat your business the same exact way. Do not wait on clarity. No, do not. The clarity is going to come after the movement. So be willing to take small, tiny action steps every single day. Again, this is your goal. This is your dream. Do not sit on the sidelines and wait on other people. How can you go around them? There are billions of people in the world. Surely somebody besides your cousin know how to do what you're trying to get your cousin to do. Okay? All right. Fears and frustrations. Listen, sometimes people are scared, and that's okay. Do it scared, because the more you do it, the less scared you're going to get. And God says in 2 Timothy 1:7, God did not give us the spirit of fear. No, He didn't even, we weren't even born with the spirit of fear. We were born with power. Let me write that down. Because to heck with these frustrations and the fears, you know who you are, but when you realize whose you are and who you came from, tap into that and execute that. All right. So 2 Timothy 1:7. Not a spirit of fear. Not. It did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power. Friend, you have power within you that you haven't even tapped into. You have power within you that you haven't even scratched the surface. Because a lot of times we don't realize how great we are because of whose we are. All right. You have power. Tap into that power. All right. Love. Love is the strongest emotion. I need you to love yourself like you love everybody around you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love. I need you to love yourself. All right. Love starts within. The more you love you, the more you can pour into everybody else. You so busy taking care of everybody else that your cup is empty. Your cup is dry. I need you to make sure your cup is full. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Power, love, and sound mind. Sound mind. You like, oh, I overthink, I overwhelmed, I got ADD and this and this and this and this. Okay, well, God said he gave you sound mind. So I don't care what the doctor said, but God said, I gave you sound mind. So you need to tap into that sound mind. You need to focus on your superpowers that you were born with, as opposed to the things that people have said to you while you were growing up. Maybe somebody said something in middle school. Oh, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're this and that. And now it has carried on to you with adulthood, and you're holding yourself back because of something somebody else said decades ago. Are they even alive? Are they even alive? They might not even be alive right now. And now you sitting around questioning yourself, doubting yourself, don't want to tap into your power because something a teacher said to you when you was in 5th grade. Come on, friend. No. Life is to be lived, okay? Life is to be lived. I'm tough love to buy. I'm going to give it to you real because it's all out of love. Listen, we have to pursue our purpose. Our purpose pays. You are literally watching me, witnessing me walk in my purpose. I was in California. I did what I wanted to do. I said, God, I'm going to California. Be with me. Now, I got tired of trying to figure it out. When you get to a point where you are tired of being tired, you're going to go to him. You are going to surrender because God says, I know the plans I have for you. Why am I trying to figure it out when he literally says, for I know the plans I have for you? What? Oh, where is the light bulb when you need it? Ding, you're right, God. So when I asked him what was my purpose and he revealed it to me in a dream, I said, all right, here we go. He showed me I was on the stage, people looking up at me. Until I get there, here I am. Hello, stage. Hello, you looking at me? Okay, so I'm going to keep walking in my purpose. I'm going to keep showing up. I don't know who I was talking to, what I was talking about, but if I ask God to show me my purpose and he showed me a glimpse of it, okay, let me just walk into it. Okay, he didn't say, oh, you was going to be broke as a joke and ready to choke. He didn't say, oh, you was going to be back at home with your mama while you figured it out. He didn't say that. He said, this is what I'm showing you at the end. So this is me. I already seen the end. Joseph seen the end. Joseph knew he was going to be a king. He didn't tell him, well, your brother's going to think about killing you. You're going to be sold off into slavery. You're going to be like, no. He said, you're going to be king one day. You're going to be king. So whatever God has shown you and placed in your heart, you're going to be that. But he's not going to tell you the steps that it's going to take, the trenches that you're going to have to go through. You just have to keep going and do not wait on permission. Do not wait on approval or applause. People do not understand your vision. They do not need to understand it because it wasn't given to them. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? I wish I could see these screens. My point is, if I gave you my glasses, you wouldn't be able to see because it's not your prescription. It's not meant for you. So you're sitting around waiting on people to give you the green light and approval for your idea. It's not going to happen, Cap, because it's not their prescription. It looks blurry. It's fuzzy. They're like, well, I don't know. You got a degree in this. Why you not doing that? Oh, you could be doing it. It's not meant for them, friend. It's not meant for them. All right. So power, love, and sound mind. Tap into that. Tap into that. Write the vision. A lot of times we get frustrated and we give up. What are you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? Once you have your multi-millions, once you have your 500,000, your 300,000, whatever that number is, what does that life look like? Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and make it plain. Write the vision. Write it. Don't just talk about it. Don't just put some pictures in your phone. Don't just write it down. Write the vision and make it plain. Now, somebody commented on YouTube. They said, well, write the vision that God has for you. Agreed. Write that. Right. But sometimes we don't know. So be sure to ask God. But God wants us to be abundant. So when you get the money, what you going to do with it? What does that life look like? How many bedrooms does that house have? How many bathrooms does that house have? Where are you traveling to? Who are you helping? Who are you giving back to? Write the vision and make it plain. Because on those days when life starts lifing, you're going to be ready to give up. I want you to hold that vision. I want you to hold what God has already said is yours. I want you to hold that vision of that house, of you on the jet, of you on the islands, of you in your stock account, your investment account, your real estate portfolio, your land, you're growing your own food, you're doing the things that you said you were going to do. So I don't care what's going on right now. Don't let that stop you, because if God has already given you a vision, it's out there. It's just up to you to keep walking towards it. So hold that vision, write it down, get excited about it, look at it, think about it, put yourself in that state of actually being. All right. So write the vision and make it plain. If you don't even know what you're doing it for, it's going to be easy for you to give up. What's your why? Who are you doing it for? When you think about it, who are you doing it for? Your kids, your nephews, your god kids. Are you going to be the first person in your family to go to college, to be a multimillionaire, to start the generational wealth? Like, what is it you're doing it for? Who are you doing it for? Hold that. Keep that in mind, because that's what's going to help you keep it going. The who. And make sure you on that list too, because a lot of times we do a lot of stuff for everybody else and we don't even think about us. All right. Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich. Back in his day, he interviewed the millionaires of his time. Henry Ford, the Rockefellers, Albert Einstein. These were millionaires back then, so they're trillionaires in today's money. Henry Ford, you know Ford. Back in his day, they were horse and buggy. Henry tried to work. He got his horse and buggy. He get the work, tied the horse up. He telling his boys, like, listen, there has to be a faster way. I'm tired of just this horse and carriage taking too long. They're like, man, Henry, you tripping. You better lighten your load, get you a faster horse, another horse. Like, there's no such thing as the horseless carriage. There's no such. Henry got off work, went back home. He on his horse and buggy. He like, man, it gotta be a faster way. He get home. Hey, honey, I'm home. She got the dinner table all nice and set. He sit down. He like, well, let me just run it by my wife. He said, I was talking to the guys, and it has to be a faster way than this horse and buggy. There has to be another way. Wife is sitting there like, okay, well, figure it out. He just needed that one person to tell him to figure, and he was off to the races. You don't even need that person, friend, because if God already put that on your heart, then you already have the approval. However, if you're waiting on it, be that approval for yourself. Give yourself that permission. You do not need to wait on anybody else. I assure you, just show up. A lot of times these celebrities will say, oh, yeah, well, it was crickets as they were building, as they were growing. But as soon as they made it, I knew you made it. I knew you was going to make it, dapping them up and all that good stuff. Don't wait on that, friend. Do not wait on that. If you want to pursue it, pursue it. You do not need permission, approval, or applause to live your life, to go after your goals and dreams. No, just do it. So my point is, Napoleon Hill, he interviewed all these millionaires of his time. He came up with the quote, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So what are you conceiving? What is your gift? What is your purpose? Now, I know I need you to believe you can do it, because in the good book, God says we are more than conquerors. We are more than conquerors. He didn't say, well, we can just conquer on a weekend. We can conquer sometimes, like during the summertime. You can conquer then. No, we are more than conquerors. So when we show up, be ready to conquer. Be ready to take over whatever it is that you're trying to do, and to walk in that with confidence. And then you will achieve it. But it starts up here. It has to start in your mindset. All right, mindset. Think of when you set the cruise control on the car. All right, we're going over the game plan. All right, we already did the numbers. Cruise control on the car. Is this the one? Now we're going to talk about the movement, okay? Movement. You're trying to get unstuck. Talking about the movement. Success starts in the mind. So the first M stands for mindset management. Mindset management. When you set something, we have to set your mind, all right? We have to set it. If you want that $1 million, that $500,000, whatever your number is, I'm gonna do $1 million. You have to set your mind, all right? Think about when you're driving in a car. You're going on a road trip. You're like, all right, I'm about to be out. You finally got through the traffic, and now it's just open road. You like, bet, I'm putting on my cruise control. You set the speed of the car. You set it to 70. You take your shoe off. You like, all right, I'm just rolling. All I need to do is steer. The car is set. Now, when you start going uphill, the car kind of slows down because it needs to go a little bit faster. It was used to that 70, but now you're going uphill and it can't maintain that 70. So the car automatically starts speeding up to hit that 70 because you set it on 70. Now the car has to do what it has to do to hit that number. So it has accelerated. So now you're going uphill doing the 70. Now it's time to come downhill. Now that 70 is going to 75. That car's like, whoa, we need to slow down because you set me to 70. So you have to set your mind. We are entrepreneurs. We are goal getters. We have $500,000, $1 million annual goals right now. Those will be monthly goals, but we're gonna do them annual now. So you have to set your mind like a CEO, all right? A CEO. What time does a CEO wake up? Surely not 8. Surely not 9. So a lot of times people are like, oh, well, I don't have time. I want to do the business, but I don't have time. You hear that all the time. Friend, there's no more time to give you. Friends on YouTube, there's no more time to give you. So you quit saying you don't have time. You have to find the time. So what I do with my clients, I say, all right, bet you don't have the time. Let's see, what's your schedule? This their schedule. All right. They don't have time. I said, all right. We'll see about that. What time you wake up? 8. Okay. All right. Then I check my phone and we'll shower, blah, blah, go to the gym. 9. Okay. We'll say, wait. Gym. Come back 10, get dressed for work, dressed, shower, go to work 11 to 7, work, get home, shower, 8, all right. And then some go to bed 10, but some up scrolling to 1 and 2 and binge watching. All right. So I said, okay, you don't have the time. I see you wake up at 8, you go to bed about 10, you don't work all day, you tired, you don't have the time. All right. Well, CEOs, the people who want to make the time, they're waking up at 4 a.m. Some at 5. So by the time you hit snooze, they already done went to the gym. They've already showered. They've already posted. They've already made some money. So there is time. You just have to find the time and make it. And I need you to treat your business like you treat that job. You go to that job. You don't call out. You there on time most of the times. You making sure you clocked in and ready. But for my entrepreneurs, this is mainly catered to the entrepreneurs. We want to lock in so that we don't have to continue to clock in, right? So if you are already in corporate, but you want to be a business owner, you're already an entrepreneur, you're going to have to find the time and then make the time. So if you can get up even just an hour earlier, the gyms a lot of times 24 hours a day, they're open really early. So you have no excuse. You have the time. You just have to find it. Wake up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and stay awake. That's the thing. You have to stay awake. Don't just say, okay, I woke up, I did a few things, and then you knock back out. Sometimes I knock back out too. So when I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to myself. Stay awake, friends. Stay awake. A lot of times, if you have kids or you're taking care of parents, this is going to be your peak hours for you to really lock in and work on your business because they're asleep. They're knocked out. So you say you don't have the time because you got to take the kids to school and do all this, and the husband and the wife, and do it while they sleep. Do it while they are asleep. Find the time. So this is 4 whole hours before 8 o'clock that you can work. Because if I'm telling you, and I used to say, oh, I'm not going to work out before I go to work because then I'm going to be sleepy. Huh? Boy, was I wrong. Working out first thing in the morning gives me so much energy. I love it. I feel like I have 2 days in one. When I wake up and I stay awake, 2 days in one, it gets my heart rate going and I feel so accomplished. So if you're one of the people that like to work out after work, I highly suggest you work out in the morning before you get your day going. Now, I'm not just saying go to the gym and work out. No, you can work out at home, doing some squats, get your dumbbells. Like you do not have to just go to the gym, walk around the block. I know it's dark at 4 or 5 in the morning, but don't feel like you have to get up and go to the gym. No, just move your body. Do something with your body. This time right here, if you're a content creator, you can be batching content. That means create the video, edit it, and put it to the side, and then put it out at a later time. You can actually create your content, and that way at 8 or 8:30 when you usually post, it's already done. So write your schedule out and find the loopholes where you can add in your business. I need you to take your business as serious, if not more serious, than you do your job. Say you're tired at 10. You tired? Okay, well, do you want to keep going to work or not? Do you want to keep clocking in, or do you want to start locking in? Because I don't know about you, but I'm trying to keep locking in so I won't have to clock in. All right. So instead of scrolling endlessly, because you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna just go on for a minute, and next thing you know, it's 2-3 hours that you done spent online, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. That's time that can go in your business. That's time that you said you didn't have. No, you have the time. You just have to make the time. All right. Make the time. Show up for your business. The same way you showing up for that job, lock in with your business like that. If you're at the job and you just scrolling, doom scrolling while you getting paid, that is the perfect time to work on your business. When I was in corporate America, first moved to LA, I was at an office. I was coordinating whole fashion shows. I would find the designers, the models, the photographers, the videographers. Like I found everybody working from 8 to 5. I booked whole events. So you really have no excuse. You're just not doing it. You're not doing it. So you don't have a strong enough why to do it. Or maybe you don't have a belief in it. Like what is holding you back? What is stopping you? What are your frustrations, your fears, your stresses and anxieties? I want you to stop thinking, what if I can't? And start thinking, how can I? Ask yourself, how can I? Have your brain start doing the work. Because if you're asking yourself yes or no questions, you're going to get yes or no answers. So have your brain figure out, okay, well, I don't know how I'm going to fill in the blank. And then ask yourself, well, how can I? And then write a list. Okay, how? And then ask yourself, okay, who do I already know? Is this mine from, oh man. Okay. Again, you have to be resourceful. You have to be resourceful and come up with the time. All right. So I want to go back over here to mindset. We kind of got off on well, not really a tangent, but a CEO, they start their day off earlier. We have to go in that CEO mindset. Another way I want you to set your mind, the word before the world, the word of God before the world. Because as soon as you wake up, the enemy's he's like, oh, there she go. Let me break her down. There he go. Let me break him down. As soon as you wake up, the enemy's ready. Okay, because you know who is waking up early, like all the way in? The enemy. Oh, he on his job every day, double time, overtime. He don't even get paid. He don't even want the money. He like, no, let me break them down. Let me kill some souls. People like, oh, the enemy busy. The enemy busy. You right. So you have to be busier. You have to be busier because he's not gonna give up. There is no give. He got one job, and that's to destroy us. All right. So is it like those cartoons used to have the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other shoulder? That's everybody. It's not just you, friend, but it's how you show up. It's how you live your life and progress through your day. So, speaking of the morning, setting our mind, the mindset, the word before the world. Lock in with the word of God. When you first wake up, I need you to say 5 things that you're grateful for. 5. I had a client tell me, well, I'll be honest. I ain't really grateful for nothing. I don't like how my life going right now. It is I can't do that. I said, you know what? This is what when I realize I'm alive. Because friend, a lot of people woke up today, but they're not going to bed. A lot of people went to bed last night, but they didn't wake up. So when you realize that you are alive, when I realize I'm alive before I'm like, woo, I'm alive. Okay, yes. Thank you, God, for this bed. Thank you, God, for these covers. Thank you, God, for these pillows. Thank you, God, for this roof over my head. Thank you, God, for this AC. If it's the winter time, I say, thank you, God, for the heat. The things that we take for granted are blessings that everybody doesn't have. So I don't care if you feel like you don't have anything to be grateful for. It's the small things that you take for granted that not everybody has. So be grateful for your senses, your whatever it is, but it can be as small as the things I just named, and I name those every morning because I am very grateful that I have those things every morning. If you want to keep going, that's great, but give thanks. Again, my eyes are still closed. Nobody knows I'm awake right now. We are the word before the world because the enemy gonna be ready. As soon as you wake up and open your eyes, the enemy's ready to pounce on you. So lock in with God. Lock in. Next, I get 5 things for what I'm praying for. I go ahead and thank God in advance for the things that I'm praying for. The house, me helping a million people to pursue their purpose. I give thanks for my investment portfolio. I give thanks for being able to be a blessing to other people. I give thanks for the houses that I want to have, for the impact that I'm going to have on the world. I give thanks in advance for the things that I want in my life. So give thanks for the things that you already planned for because it's coming. Because God says, asking you shall receive. Are you asking? You have not because you ask not. Are you asking? So go ahead and put it out there. He said, asking you shall receive. Seeking you'll find. Knock and the door will be open unto you. You have to get yourself out there. Ask, seek, and knock, friend. Okay? So after I give 5 things I'm grateful for, I go ahead and give thanks to things that I'm praying for. I profess over my day. All right? What do you mean by that? I want you to be proactive, not reactive. Snooze. Snooze. Here we go. Oh, they're gonna be getting on my nerves today. The boss gonna be getting on my nerves today. She always in a bad mood. Oh, it's gonna be so much traffic. Oh, this car sucks. Oh, I need gas. This is an old car. I hate this job. Oh. No. No. You're an autopilot. We have between 60 and 80,000 thoughts per day. More than half of those are negative, and more than half of those are the thoughts before. We're constantly playing the same thoughts over and over. I want you to profess your day. I want you to wake up and say, today is going to be a great day. I'm going to receive some wonderful news. Miracles are coming my way. People love to pay me. Traffic is going to be smooth. My manager is going to be in a great mood. My employees are going to be in a great mood. My sales are going to come through. Whatever it is that you want your day to be like, start speaking that. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. You have to speak life over your day. If you sitting around, oh, woe is me. When it rains, it pours. If it's not one thing, it's another. I don't subscribe to that channel. I suggest you don't subscribe to that channel either. Because what you're saying is, again, God says, asking you shall receive. If you're saying, oh, if it's not one thing, it's another. God said, okay, bing, here you go. Here's another thing. Oh, if it went for bad luck, I wouldn't have any. Oh, you want more bad luck? Here you go. Bing, more bad luck. So ask for the things that you want in your life and watch them come to fruition. All right. So we're going to be proactive. What do you want to happen? Talk about what you do want to happen, not what you don't want to happen. Talk about what you do want to happen in your life. All right. Get rid of the past. A lot of times we can't go forward because we're so busy looking behind us. No, if you're trying to go forward, get to the next level. You cannot steer a car in reverse. You're like, okay, I want these millions. I want my business to progress. I want to be successful. But you like this. Such and such said I wasn't gonna be nothing. Well, I remember that time that I let such and such down. And now you're constantly living in the past. Friend, you need to focus on the future. It's nothing we can do about the past. There's nothing we can do about that last 5 minutes. It's already happened. What we can do is how we show up and go forward. What we can do is say, what did I learn from that? How did that help me get to the next level? So don't just look at the past like, oh, woe is me. No, how did I grow? How am I a better person because that relationship didn't work out? How am I a better person because that job didn't work out? How am I a better person because my car didn't start and I would have been in that 10-pound car accident? You probably like 10 cars. Yeah, I was living in LA. It happens because there's so much traffic and one hit and then it's boom, 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 boom. So luckily you like, oh, I was late. I missed that interview. Yeah, but somebody died and it could have been you. So you have to look on the positives, the bright side. A lot of times it's real easy for us to look at the negatives and then go down the rabbit hole because that's how our brains are designed. Like, oh, you said something stupid. Like, dang, I said something stupid. Your brain gonna say, oh, you want to know about what else you said stupid? You remember you said this? You remember you said that? You remember no. And I do it too. I'm like, dang, that was dumb. And then I come back and say, well, I love me. It nips it in the bud every time. I love me because there ain't nothing I can do about it. I can ask myself, how did I grow? How did I learn? But quit beating yourself up. Again, you cannot go towards the future if you're constantly looking behind you in the past. Get out the past when we're going forward, okay? We're looking towards the future because life is to be lived. We cannot do anything about yesterday. I don't care how much money you have. You cannot do anything about yesterday. How did you learn from it? How did you grow from it? And how can you make sure you don't do that again? All right? I'm just saying. So, word before the world. We're talking about mindset management, having that CEO mindset when we're going after our big goals and dreams and starting our businesses. Again, we have to lock in word before the world because the enemy is busy. All right? So, as soon as you realize you are alive, do not touch your phone, do not scroll because you are getting your mind locked in with gratitude. You're giving 5 things you're grateful for. You're giving God thanks for 5 things that you're already praying for. And then you are speaking life over your day. You're complaining about that car. So many people you pass that are walking, that are on a bike, that are on a bus. They're looking at you in your bucket wishing they had a car. Meanwhile, you're complaining. Be grateful that you have a car because not everybody has a car. I don't care how much of a bucket it is. Is it getting you there? Yes, it is. All right, moving right along. Be proactive, speak life over your day, be grateful. All right. The second one, this is the movement. Okay, we get from stuck to started through the movement. The movement is an acronym. The M stands for mindset management. O, observe and optimize your thoughts. O, observe and optimize your thoughts. And again, if you want one-on-one free coaching, feel free to DM me. I do from stuck to started, 5 days, absolutely free. Of course, I have a program at the end, but you get 5 days of free coaching. All right. Get rid of that stinking thinking. Again, that negative self-talk. No. Like Les Brown said, someone's perception of you does not have to become your reality. You are her. You are him. I need you to show up as that. I need you to show up as the person that you are created, because we are all children of God. God says we are more than conquerors. So if you know that you are more than conqueror, I need you to start conquering. I need you to get rid of that stinking thinking and beating yourself up. It is bad enough that the people around us are tearing us down. Do not tear yourself down. Do not tear yourself down. Build yourself up. Build yourself up. When I started the class, I told them, take your right hand, put it behind your left shoulder, pat yourself on the back. Yes. Take your hands, clap. You have to clap for yourself. You have to pat yourself on the back, because you can't sit around and wait on permission from friends and family to do that. No, all wins matter. I don't care how big or small, all wins matter. When I get off this live, I'm gonna be like, yeah, T, you did that. You did that. I showed up. Okay. So a lot of people like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it because of this and this. I get more. No. Okay. I get more views on my videos where I got on a face mask, or a freaking diva lamp fell on me. Like, and people are afraid to show up. It's like, no, like, show up. People want that real, that authenticity, because you don't see that a lot. All right. So it's okay to show up. Ooh, all right. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. So observe and optimize your thoughts. You're going to have those negative thoughts. Turn it around. I remember one time I was looking in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, my skin is so horrible. And then automatically I said, well, at least you have skin. Like, that's how crazy and instant I am turning my mind around, because it's like, it's a lot of burn victims out there and people don't have skin. So anytime I say something negative about myself, I instantly come back with a positive. So try that. Come back with a positive. B, visualize your dream life. What are you doing it for? What does that life look like? What does that house look like? Where are you traveling to? What does your bank account look like? What do your investments look like? What does your real estate portfolio look like? What does your credit score look like? Once you hit the money, once you get your millions, what does that life look like? Because a lot of times we'll sit around and say, oh, well, I got $1.37 in the bank. My credit is crap. I hate this job. I hate the. But what you're doing it for? Don't think about where your bank account is now. Think about where it's going to be. Think about how you want it to be, how much you want it to be. Think about your stocks and how you're making money when you sleep. So visualize your dream life. E, eliminate doubt, excuses, and fear. God did not give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. I need you to eliminate it again, because you have to speak life over yourself. If you're constantly doubting yourself, well, I can't start because of this, I can't start, you're never going to do it. You're never going to do it. You know why? Because there's nobody in your life telling you can do it. I'm telling you right now, I'm tough love Tavania. Friend, you can do it. I know you're doubting yourself, but you can do it. Do it through the doubt. Do it through the fear. Do it through the excuses. Like, figure it out. Because if you really want the millions, if you really want your business to catapult, get to the next level, if you even want to get close to this, you got to get rid of those excuses, the doubt, and the fear. You have to. And we work on that through the movement. So the first letters are doing that inner work, because that CEO mindset, setting that mind to think, I can do it. I will do it. Setting your mind to turn that negative into positive. Setting your mind to not think about the fire. Like my nephew say, oh, we're in hot lava. Don't think about that hot lava all around you. Think about that dream home, that lake home, that mansion, you on that private jet. Think about that. To heck with this hot lava. Keep walking through it, friend. Keep walking through it. All right. Movement, the second M. This second part is about the having and the doing, because you're going to make the money, especially if you tap into who you are. So the M, we're going to multiply and manage the money, because the money's going to come, but you have to multiply it and manage it. So many wealthy people have said they've made millions and they lost it. And then they made millions again, and then they lost it, and they went bankrupt. So it's if you made millions and you lost it, congratulations, you on your first round of making your millions and you lost it. Yeah, if you never made your millions, luckily you are here, because we're going to make it and then we're going to multiply it. Your money is designed to make more money. So it's not just to be, yes, that, but it's not your main source. So it's the mama money. The mama money going to have baby money. Spend that baby money, invest the baby money, but the mama money stays within, it stays there, friend. So we talk about when you get the money, where you're placing it, whether real estate, stocks, crypto, definitely invest it back into the business, but you have to manage it. And the goal is to make money while you sleep. All right. We're trying to work on the business, not in the business, work on the business. So we want to manage the money because the money's going to come. The money's going to come. You just have to steward it well and manage it well. Okay. E, the second M in movement, energy. Energy. How are you spending your time? Who are you spending it around with? If somebody's calling your phone and you look at it, you're like, I'll call them back. I'll call her back. You don't need to. No, do not just answer the phone because they're going to drain your energy. Who are you surrounding yourself with? If all everybody's doing is talking about the news and how this is expensive and how you can't live no more, get out those rooms, friend. Get out of those rooms. I need you to be around people like, yeah, they say it's hard out there. Like you're not registering that because you know you want these millions. You're locked in on these millions. So yeah, it may be hard out there, but you got to lock in. You getting through that lava because you got bigger things to look at. All right. So your energy, that's another thing why I want you to get up in the morning and move your body. Go ahead and get your mind in that high peak state. You hear these wealthy people, they do ice baths. I ain't did an ice bath before, but it does something to your brain. It really wakes you up and shocks you. If you don't want to do an ice bath, Myron Golden has us put our hands in a bucket of water with ice in it. Just your hand. If you can do that, I think he said for 5 minutes, like just try. But the key is do not think about how cold your hand is. Do not think of, because you have to set your mind to think about something else. If you're constantly thinking about what you don't have, the negative things in your life, it's going to be real hard for you to get positive and get up out of that. So even though it's going to be really cold, redirect your thoughts. Put your mind on your house, what you're trying to do, on your money. But it does something to your mind, and it shocks it, and it's awesome. They do it. I've done it, but not consistently. But energy. Is it increasing your vibration? Is it raising your vibration, making you excited about life, or is it draining you? All right. So be mindful of your energy. N, network. Your network is your net worth. It's not always about what you know, but who you know. All right. Surround yourself with like-minded high achievers. Get in the rooms. I don't care if you have to volunteer. I don't care if you have to you pay some money. You're investing in yourself. Your network is your net worth. So get in those rooms. T of the movement. T, thankful. I need you to be thankful for all the things, past, present, and future. Be thankful for all, because what happened back then led us to today. So again, ask yourself, how did I grow? What did I learn? Why am I a better person because this happened? Be thankful for the present. I'm going through this right now, but thank you, God, I'm still going through. Thank you, God, for waking me up to have another opportunity. Thank you, God, because God don't put nothing on us that we can't bear. And sometimes we have to go through it to get to it. So if you are in a season of going through, I'm in a season of going through because I'm getting to, because I'm focusing on my millions. I'm focusing on helping people go from stuck to started, because I know how it is when you don't have the support from friends and family to be like, yeah, girl, you could do it. Yeah, dude, you got this. I know how it is. But luckily for me, like if I get it, I'm so grateful. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, and I appreciate all my friends and family supporting me. I really am, and you should be too. My point is, I don't want you to wait on it, because you might be waiting for a minute, friend. You might be waiting for a minute. So just to recap, the movement stands for mindset management. Set that mind to have a CEO mindset. O, observe and optimize your thoughts. Turn around that stinking thinking. V, I want you to visualize your dream life. Visualize where you're going every morning when you wake up. After you've done your gratitude, your prayers, and you're proactive, you're speaking life over your day. Visualize what that dream life looks like. While your eyes are still closed, what does that look like? Like, get excited about that. E, eliminate excuses, fear, and doubt. Again, that goes back to the thinking, but it's deeper, because doubt, you can work through the fear, but doubt will stop you in your track. So get rid of doubt. Ask yourself, how can I? Tell yourself, I can, I will, I must. That's what Eric Thomas says. I can, I will, I must. The second M on movement. Multiply and manage the money. The money's going to come. You have to multiply and manage it. All right. Invest it back in the business. Invest it in the stocks, in crypto, and real estate, whatever it is. But do not just get the money and blow it on all this stuff. No, don't do that. Manage it. E, energy. Raise your vibration. Move your body. Monitor who you surround yourself with. Like, are they draining your energy? Are they sucking you dry? Because all they do is talk about the negative news, and I don't have this, and I don't have this. And stay from around them, friend. Find your tribe. Speaking of tribes, your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. Who you surround yourself with matters. It's very important. All right. It's not always what you know, but who you know. Lastly, T, thankful. Be thankful for all the things, past, present, and future. Again, sometimes we have to go through it to get to it. This is just a little snippet of the movement from stuck to started. Get in alignment with your God-given assignment. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you were able to take some great notes. Feel free to watch this video again. Thank you. Get out of your head into your greatness. If God said we can do it, we can do it. Do not wait on permission, approval, or applause. Thank you for joining. See you next time. Bye.